Either God here coming to you live and direct with another video, and I just want to do a brief breakdown on this um little freestyle I made. So yeah, it won't take that long. I'ma just break down each sentence that you hear, cause some of y'all might not get what I mean in these verses that I be uploading. Yeah, for way too many years I've been stuck in this matrix. I'm trying to find a way. So, what I mean by that is, I feel like an old soul still stuck in this matrix, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this matrix, and I have to find another way other than using, other than the 3D perspective of it. So that's what I mean. I'm trying to constantly figure out what do I need to do in order to escape. Way I don't think I'ma make it. My body fully clothed, but so when I say my body fully clothed, but my spiritual's naked. See, the 3D body, we were programmed to put clothes on, which is also a ritual. For those who don't know, put clothes, like if you just lay out an outfit and you just look at it, it's literally like a ritual. And then you put them on, and then you become that person with those clothes on or whatever, playing out a character. The spiritual naked, I just sit back, meditate, and focus on greatness. I just sit back, meditate, and focus on greatness. I use music or instrumentals to focus on myself in a meditative state. That's my form of meditation. Patience is the key when you're going through stages. So patience is the key when you're going through stages. This is how I feel about this system. But I have to learn that patience is the key when you're going through stages of awakening. And then another side of it is, this is part of your higher self, or my higher self, activating. Lower self, higher self. I just stay grounded. Meditation, I see mountains. So I just stay grounded. I stay grounded, earth. Then I meditate. Then I see mountains, representing that I have to keep climbing. I have to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. Not just physically, financially, emotionally. I have to keep climbing. I keep climbing. Mother Nature just So the picture you just saw was Assassin's Creed. That was a video game, Assassin's Creed, where he always climbed and stuff. So that's how I feel. Then I said Mother Nature. This is Mother Nature. This is who Mother Nature looks to me, or represents to me. Reminded if you lost hope depending on Mother Nature. If you lost hope depending on folks, the S on Superman's chest represents hope, they say. And it's kind of I wonder if that's reverse psychology, because it's a so-called Caucasian man playing Superman, and that I'm guessing they are the ones who hope. They are the ones who hope, but the so-called black people, the S the serpent. I think it represents something else too. I can't remember. Oh yeah, sun. The sun, the three suns. And that's what gives him his energy, his power. Seek guidance. This is Sad Guru. Sad Guru. I'm sure a lot of y'all conscious people don't heard of him on YouTube. But yeah, my lyrics are pretty much straightforward. If you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. Like literally, my bars are literally straightforward. We are not from planet Earth, I see giants. We are not from planet Earth, I see giants. So basically, we're not from this planet. We have multiple homes, just like they have multiple homes here on this planet. They have multiple houses and different apartments. You move out one, you get in another. You get out one car, you get in another. We are not from planet Earth. We used to be giants. And they got right here Troll, which is a recent film that they just dropped right before, and they dropped it so fast, it's crazy. They dropping these movies back to back, letting us know what's going on. When this was December the 1st. The movie was trash though. I ain't watch it, but I skipped through it and it just looked trash. It looked like a low budget film, something that they tried to rush just to get it on out there. But yeah, the Giants. Transformers showed you the truth, but they keep hiding. Transformers showed you the truth, but they keep hiding. This is the movie Bumblebee. Bumblebee, they always hiding. They won't never reveal themselves. Even though they tell us what's going on, they refuse to show themselves to the people. And it's crazy because I thought the people knew who they were. The Transformers. I mean, we got cars that talk to us now with AI. So, I don't know. This beat riding, J. Cole, this beat riding. But at night I seek silence to focus, get in my meditative state, and just keep pushing. Roses are red, but they told us that we violent. They told us that roses are red and violets are blue. The bar is shout out to my homie Lonzel. He the one put me on to this analogy, and it made sense to me. So basically he said that roses are red. They told us that roses are red. And what happens when so-called white people or so-called non-black people get in the sun, it reveals their true colors. When we get in the sun, our skin gets darker. And that's how they programmed us to not like to be darker. The sun is programming us and is charging us up to be darker. And because I remember back when I was in school, even I was programmed to fear being in the sun too long. I wanted to keep my brown skin or whatever. I didn't want to be no darker than what I already. I didn't want to be no darker than what my skin tone was, pecan brown, right? So that was part of the program. Now I have no problem with it. If I'm in the sun and I get darker, oh well. You see what I'm saying? It's benefiting me. But they said roses are red, aka you give your girl roses as if they're sweet and stuff like that. So they make it seem like so-called white people are all sweet and you see what I'm saying? Nice and stuff like that. Roses are red. And they said the blue people, the avatar people from the movie, those are the violet ones. The people who are dark blue black, they're the violet, like the violet, like violent, as in, you know, aggressive and stuff like that. But they the ones who made us aggressive. You see what I'm saying? So roses are red, but they told us that we violent. Yeah, you literally see it right here. You see it right here. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of y'all don't seen this image throughout y'all lifetime on MySpace and all these other social media platforms. We violent, they all childish. They all childish. Who I mean by they are the elites who hide. These are the children, the delightful children from down the lane. These are the antagonists for Kids Next Door. To me, they now, cause back then I didn't really understand who they were. Now I do. They are like the so-called white people. They represent the privileged white people. They got the blue eyes. You see it right here. They got the blue eye. Even when he got a helmet on, you still can see his blue eyes. He fragile. He got a helmet on. He's so fragile. You see what I'm saying? They represent different factions of the government. You see what I'm saying? So those are the so-called white people who are being used, you know. They're being used and they don't even know it. So I don't even get why they racist when they got people over them who don't even care about them. Sucks for you. Anyway, this is they. Get mad when we talk science. So they get mad when we talk science. Every time so-called black people mention genetics and stuff like that, most white people, so-called white people, get offended by that, which I understand. The situation where, like, you know, we bleeding the same and all of that. They always bring up that, but still, bleeding and stuff like that has nothing to do with genetics. You know, a lot of everything that's alive, we ain't gonna say bleeds, but it's just like a fruit. If you cut a fruit, it's gonna bleed, but you call it juice. Get my point? So they get mad when we talk genetics. So they have to dumb us down and say that we're all the same. Moving on. Science, DNA been edited, y'all. They all liars. So DNA been edited, y'all. They all liars. So they been editing genetics. They been doing it. They been doing it on themselves, and they been doing it on us. They been doing it on everybody. Just gonna accept the fact. This movie is called Hereditary. I don't even know the meaning of this movie. I just used it for the sake of the bar. But clearly you can see, I don't know. It reminds me of incest. It reminds me of incest because the girl, she looks abnormal or deformed. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why. I got to watch this movie again, but it's just you just look at it. Just look at it. Just put your 2 and 2 together. Hereditary. It's hereditary. Secretly been drinking our blood. They secretly been drinking our blood. Literally. They use the hospital for one. Then they use these blood banks, but they disguise it. As I told y'all, they have you working for them. You go there smiling and, you know, chit-chatting and you don't even know that they using your DNA. They using our DNA, our fluids, our body parts. They using all of that to create stuff like this that we watching right now. You see what I'm saying? Codes. DNA is codes. They use codes to code the computers. It's all the same. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they secretly drinking our blood. This is in the TV show Inside Job. They showing you about the reptilians. And this is, I believe, Queen Elizabeth. And as you can see, most of them, well, they are so-called white people, reptilians, which might be reverse psychology. I don't know, but who knows? In our blood to seek higher. See, they secretly drinking our blood to seek higher. We are a infinite source to them. As long as we're alive, they can maintain their lifespan. As long as they can use us to stay lost in their illusion, they can keep it pumping. They can keep the lies pumping. They can keep the confusion going, keep the religion going. And they gonna keep digging and digging and digging while we up here sleep and don't know what's going on. Now they got something called SpaceX. And they using him as the forefront to hide They always use at least one or two people to be the face of their agenda or program. You see what I'm saying? And they, like I said, they always smile. You know, demon smile. That's what they hide behind, smiles. So I said, secretly been drinking our blood to seek higher. Then I said failed plan, which the previous clip you saw was the Neuralink. So I'm guessing they're gonna try to chip people in the head and all of that. But that might be subliminal. Like I said, you can't take everything literal, but that might be subliminal for them trying to implant things in our heads mentally. You see what I'm saying? But eventually I think they still gonna do it physically as well, but we gonna see. I even put that in the video on Detroit Become Human. If y'all go watch that video game, you'll see how those, you know, they have the androids and stuff like that, and they have it on their temple, the little chip. So I said, secretly been drinking our blood to seek higher. Then I said plan failed, which is the chip in the brain. If the plan failed, cause they know they wasn't gonna successfully do that. Then I said plane failed, plan failed, plane failed, aka the plane fell into the Twin Towers, which was really a inside job. They had explosives in this building, I believe, according to the footage that I've seen years ago. They had footage of grenade, bombs on each level of the floor. They blew it, and the building fell straight down. As they, triggered the explosives in sync. You see what I'm saying? They triggered them in sync so the building could collapse straight down, and that's how you get the 9/11. 9/11. I think 9. I wonder did 9/11 911 come after 9/11 destruction, or did it come before? Because I think if not, after these buildings got destroyed, I think 911 became the number for emergencies. That's how they got us calling 911 for help and all of that now, because it was all set up for us to start calling it. These beings, boy, they genius, boy. I tell you, they genius. They got like we literally call 911 when we get robbed, killed, whatever. Not knowing that was all a part of the plan. They had to make it to where how can we get a whole mass of people to start using this number 9/11 September 11. Anyway, plane failed. They not flying. Plane failed, they not flying. So they not flying, they not going nowhere. SpaceX, they shooting all these rockets up in the sky, satellites, 5G towers and all of, they shooting all that stuff up in the sky, but it's not working. It's failing. It's failing. They plan is failing. They not going nowhere. They're not going to no moon and stuff like that. Them folk be underwater using CGI to make it look like they on the moon floating. They're not on no moon. So yeah, and then what's the point of going to the moon in the first place? Anyway, even if you shoot us with bullets, we not dying. We not dying. We infinite. So when I say you can't take it literally. Of course, we gonna lose. Some of us may lose our lives, but you got to think we are souls. When you can shoot the flesh body, but we are souls. We just gonna get another body if we choose, or depending on our karmic cycle, our karmic energy cycle. If you're ready to move on or not, you see what I'm saying? He was here to guide this soul, you see what I'm saying, aka the spark. He gave her the spark to get out of her trauma, because she was traumatized, I think, because I gotta watch that again. But anyway, I think she was traumatized. He had created a situation to where he could spark her purpose, so he gave her purpose again, and she got back on her path.
Infinitely incarnate.
We infinitely incarnate. We infinitely get multiple bodies. These are souls or sperm cells who find other bodies to inhabit.
Multiplying. Yeah.
And see, this is how they multiply. They multiply by putting you in labs and tubes and stuff like that. Because you see, this is artificial. Artificial water. They cloning the celebrities and all that. This is where they got all these labs and stuff. These are artificial wombs because they copied the female womb and stuff like all these people, celebrities, all that. Them folk be grown in tubes and stuff like that.
Righteous. Yeah. You know y'all messed up, right? Karma coming.
You know y'all messed up, right? Meaning, and then I said karma coming back hard. As you can see, a lot of natural disasters and stuff like that. And then when you see them talking about saying terms like bomb, cyclone, and stuff like that, I believe those are trigger words saying that they're shooting back at nature for raising the energy on the planet. So it's basically a ping pong battle. So when I said they messed, y'all messed up, right? Because they implemented all of this AI and technology, all of this stuff, and it's weakening us. So by them doing that, it's just building up their karmic debt, and they gotta pay.
Coming back hard. Can you rest at night?
Can you rest at night since y'all system is falling? This is how y'all been thriving off of us, off of business, the corporate world, using numbers and stuff like that to keep us asleep while you stayed awake. Now that we're waking up, you're going to go to sleep. But you're not going to be able to go to sleep because you're going to be too tired trying to figure out how can I get these godly beings to go back to sleep so I can wake back up and be of servant. Be of purpose. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, we wake up 100%, they gonna go to sleep 100%. That's just how I feel about it.
You wanna be us so bad, but you not that tight. I'm just a soul in a body trying.
They want to build so bad. That's why they get in our body. They try to study us. They try to look like us. And you literally see it. Like they got tanning beds. Like ain't no need to get in your emotions. That's what it is. You want to be like us. So-called white people, so-called non-white people want to be like so-called black people, and they program so-called black people to be like so-called white people so they can try to be us. You see what I'm saying? Don't get in your emotions. That's literally what happened. That's literally what they're doing. And I don't think it's no problem with wanting to be somebody, but why you got to do it in bad intentions? Why you got to do it secretly? Why you got to destroy us just so you can be us instead of just saying, "Hey, I want to be like you." How did you acquire that melanin or carbon? How did you acquire it? You see what I'm saying? Like, why they just couldn't ask or have righteous intention? You know what I'm saying? Like, have righteous intention. They want to do stuff in the dark and study you, chop you up, and what does this button do? You see what I'm saying? Like Dee Dee from Dexter's Laboratory. That's another subliminal TV show, cartoon that I might do a breakdown on, but I don't have no downloads from that yet. But yeah, I'm just a soul in the body. Soul in the body.
Trying to spread my light.
I'm just a soul in the body trying to spread my light like Static Shock.
This for the sleepers, the sheep.
The sleepers, churchgoers, religious, all of them, the sheep, watching movies, don't know what's going on.
Sheep, the black and white. You got
the black and whites, men in black. Like if you look at that, like men in black, if you flip the M upside down, you'll have W. Then you got white and black, white and black, men in black, white and black symbolism. And then you got the silver surfer, got to rise up. See, they couldn't touch him. See, the so-called white people, they tried to fight Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer is a higher intergalactic being, and they couldn't touch him. I think the Fantastic Four represents a different faction of the government as well, just like Marvel. I already told y'all in other videos. They represent each faction of the government. I don't know which exactly, but I'm sure they do. And they could not touch him. He too far advanced. He too strong.
You gotta raise up to catch this flight.
Gotta raise up to catch this flight.
Mafia flow. My words water avatar. You need to find you a boat. I'm looking at the wall of fame.
So I'm looking at the wall of fame like it's missing a goat. These are the choices that I just put up there. These are a few of the people that I listen to.
Like it's missing a goat. If I try to walk,
like it's missing a goat. You see what I'm saying? If I try to walk on water, then I probably afloat.
Water, then I probably afloat. The system wicked.
The system wicked. Pay attention. They be rigging the votes. So they showing you in this TV show Inside Job. They show, and this was November the 18th. I wonder was it this year or last year when they introduced us to this show, because this show is deep. They literally showing you what's going on. They got the mosquito. They be releasing mosquitoes on the public and all of that. They got Bigfoot right there. The alien. They got the hooded dude representing the Illuminati and all that type whatever. Inside Job. Now, I don't know if y'all saw it. You probably have to go back and watch it. But man said, "So help me God." Yeah, you gonna need God. So basically, Trump plus Mike Pence, right? Trump plus Mike Pence. If you put Trump, which is his last name, and Mike Pence, Pence is his last name. Trump plus Pence equals trumpet. So trumpet, you see what I'm saying? Trump, Donald Trump plus Mike Pence, Trump Pence. Those are the trumpets that they talked about in the Bible. I don't know nothing about these. I ain't even read none of this, to be honest with you. But yeah, the trumpets, they talk about trumpets in the Bible. So I just put two and two together and boom, they showing you right here, speaking in metaphors.
Religion got you worshiping ghosts. My words power, they gon' live when I don't.
My words power, they gonna live when I don't. So I already done put this little track out in the world. So whenever I die, this gonna still be here as long as this system up and running. And if people listen to it, whatever they got from what I just explained or rapped in this visual, it gonna stick with them. You see what I'm saying? As long as they're here. But when I'm gone, you see what I'm saying? It's still gonna be here. So that's all I care about. My words power, they gonna live when I don't. Everything I done said is pretty much straightforward. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, with that being said, Eater God signing out. Peace.